and welcome to the Liberated Traveler. Today we're here to talk about one of the most important things that happens before you even leave for your trip, and that's packing. But before we get into the bags and everything, I do want to talk a little bit about what you should wear on your flight. What you see me in right now is what I'm going to be wearing on my flight to Paris in just a few days. As you can see, I'm wearing the layered look because although it may be 90 degrees in Chicago when I leave, on the plane, in the airport, it can get pretty chilly. But even if it does get warm, I can take off this jacket and I'll be fine. I can also use it as a blanket if I need to. I also like to wear jeans that I can roll up. That way if it gets a little bit toasty, I can roll them up, get a little air in my ankles, and I'll cool down in no time. One other piece of advice I have is to wear your bulkiest shoes. That way you don't have to pack them. Now let's talk about packing and the bags that we can use. There's a lot of different options out there for you, but there's a couple that I really like. This is my new bag that I'm going to be taking to Paris this summer. I like it because it's convertible, because it flips into a backpack if I need to, or I can use it as a suitcase. Another option for you is this bag right here. And this one's great because it has wheels, but the problem is since the structure is so framed, it doesn't always fit in overhead and it definitely doesn't fit under a seat. So although the wheels are great, you may want to consider an option like this next time. Now let's get into the packing. Some of you may look at this clothes basket and wonder, how is that going to fit in here? Well, what I've done is I've selected all the things I think I want to take. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to make sure, are these things that I'm going to wear more than once? Is it something I can wear more than one way? Just like the outfit I'm wearing today. If I just had this blue shirt on, I could wear it with a scarf, I could wear it with different jewelry, I could wear it with a skirt, and it makes my outfits more unique. So let's take a look here. One thing that's nice about this bag is it has a secret compartment for anything special maybe that you don't want everyone to see. I'm going to be putting my documents, my copies of my passport, credit cards, all that in here so that way it's safe. It tucks down here in the bottom, no one knows it's even there. Let's start with pants. So as you can see, I'm wearing the one pair of jeans, but I'm also going to take 3 other pairs of jeans because that's what I prefer to wear. So my trick with packing is to roll. So I take the legs and I roll as tight as I can. I've never been able to fit more in a bag than by rolling, and every other source that I've looked at suggests the same thing. So I'm going to tuck this away in here. Now you're also going to want to make sure that you put like items together. So for example, all my pants will be in one area, all my shirts will be in a different area. So let's continue with the rolling. I'm just rolling away. And my last pair of jeans. Now besides jeans, I'm also going to take a pair of nice black pants. You never know if you're going to be going out for dinner or maybe going to a nice museum or something like that where you want to look a little bit dressier. And so for that, I'll be using my dress pants. If you have dress pants that are not dry clean only, that's going to be your best bet. Also, if you can have pants that are less wrinkly, that will be very helpful too. Alright, so that's all I'm going to take for pants. The only other bottoms that I'll be taking will be a skirt. Once again, you never know when you might need something for a nice occasion, or if it's a little warmer and you want to dress nice. Guys, I'm sorry, but I probably would not recommend a skirt. The only other pants I forgot is my pajama pants. And these are just yoga pants. They're super comfortable, light, easy to take. Alright, now let's talk about the dresses. Now depending on what time of the year you're traveling, you may want to take a dress. I'm going to take one nice one so that if I go out or go out for dinner, then I'll have a nice one. It really kind of depends on what kind of traveling you're going to be doing. If you're going to be in the Alps a lot or hiking a lot, you're probably not going to be packing the same things that I am. But going to Paris and staying there, I figure I want to look somewhat trendy. Here's another nice summer dress that I will know I'll wear. I can wear it with a cardigan if it's a little chillier. This fabric is great because it doesn't wrinkle and it balls up very easily and it's easy to wash too. And one more dress. Same material, super easy to wash, and dries in minutes. Okay, my bag's starting to look pretty full already. Can I get some shirts in there? Now let's talk about packing shirts. I like to start with my tank tops because they usually fall up into the smallest things. Okay, this is a tank top I can wear if it's worn by itself, or I can wear with different cardigans. Once again, another way to make an outfit look different. So I just roll it up just like I have been before. You may also be able to notice that I'm sticking with similar color schemes here, so that way things are easy to mix and match. I'm not taking browns and blues and blacks and everything. I'm only taking a few of each. Love tank tops because, like I said, you can mix them with cardigans or you can just wear them by themselves. I do like to take a couple black tanks just because I know that I'll wear them a lot. All right, tank tops are in. Now the next shirt I have is my sleep shirt, and I'm gonna put these with my pajama bottoms just so they're nice and easy to find. If you're getting in late, you wanna make sure that it's not gonna be too hard to get to what you need. So now those are together. When I'm ready to go to bed, just take them out. Now we're going into the other shirts. Now as you can see, my shirts are already wrinkly. And some shirts, that's okay. That's the look for some of them. Another thing you can do when you get to your hotel is take a shower, really hot one, steamy, hang these up, and that'll help get rid of some of those wrinkles. Once again though, the fabric though can also make a big difference. So I'm just gonna pile those on top. Okay. This one's a nice one because it won't wrinkle, but it's also very dressy. Another one that'll be easy to wash. Now I've got just a regular black top that I can throw with a few different outfits, scarves, things like that. Cardigan, love cardigans. My friends can tell you that. Gonna add a punch of color because I do have so many plain tank tops that if I want to add a little pizzazz, I can do that with a cardigan. Okay, and I noticed that I'm starting to get a little bit full here, and I don't want to overpack. I probably will be buying some things in Paris. So some of these things that I'm looking at in my basket now, I'm realizing maybe I don't really need that. So just grab what you need. I'm going to do this and then one more cardigan, and I think that's all I'm going to take. Worst case scenario, I have to go shopping. All right, I think that I'm done with packing my clothes. And as you can see, my bag is pretty stuffed, but there's still room for more. Another thing I like to take are scarves. They can add a different element to your outfit, and I just kind of roll it up to try to get it in the smallest bundle possible. And then one more, just to add more color. I know I'm going to Paris and I know I'm going to buy more scarves, so I don't need to take my whole collection. All right, and that's done. Now we just need to make sure that everything stays together by clipping our straps. Okay. There is a few other things that I want to take, and I want to show you how I pack those. Now I know I'm going to do some shopping on this trip, and so I don't want to take a checked bag, but I may check this bag when I'm coming home. This is where this day pack comes in handy. I'm not going to actually use this as a day pack, but when I come home, this is the bag that I'll use to carry on. This is the bag that I'll check. And the nice thing is, it rolls up just like everything else. And I just stick that up here. Okay, now let's talk about our toiletries. Obviously, you're only allowed to take 3-ounce containers. And I still need to do some shopping, so not everything's in here, but you just want to make sure you have everything that you need. You don't need to take full size of everything though, because remember, they do brush their teeth, they do wash their face over in Europe or wherever you're going, so you don't have to take everything, just take enough to get you by. I keep my dry items in a separate container because I've had these spill before, and you don't want it to spill all over everything. I've got medicine and everything like that in here as well. I also put my accessories in a Ziploc just to make sure that they stay safe. For ladies, accessories are very important because they can help change your outfits. So I have a nice pouch up here that I'm going to store those things in. Now let's take a look at shoes and undergarments. I have nice mesh bags for that that'll just go in here. I'm taking 2 pairs of shoes along with the pair of shoes that I'm wearing, so 3 altogether. I like flats, so I'm just going to keep them in here. Now, last summer I was in the Alps, and so I made sure I took good hiking shoes because I knew I was going to be doing a lot of hiking. This summer I'm not hiking anywhere, I'm just walking, so I can take my normal shoes. That's all I think I'm going to be able to fit in here, except for my toothbrush. I'll probably need that. So we just zip that all up. As you can tell, my bag's not busting at the seams too badly. Okay, now let's take a look at the electronics. Normally I don't take a laptop, but now that I'm blogging so much, I really want to make sure I can show what I'm doing. There's a nice little compartment here for my laptop, or it'll just sneak in. You also want to make sure it's easy to take out, because don't forget, as you're going through security, you have to make sure you take that out. So don't bury that at the bottom of your bag. This container here, this area, I think will be perfect for holding chargers and all of that because it expands. So all my chargers are going to go in here. Now make sure you wrap them up nicely. You can probably do a better job than I am right now. I like to keep most of my little chargers and batteries all in one container. Easy to find. And then this last item we have here is the converter. Now, if you're just going to one country, you probably don't need all of this. If you're going to multiple, this is nice because it has everything you could need. So now we zip that up. Okay, and I see that I left a couple items out, but don't worry, those will still fit in my bag. One of those items that I forgot was my hair straightener, and I actually bought one over in Europe with my aunt just because I know I'm going to be over there a lot. I've lost a few hair straighteners before because of the converter, and so I just know that I'm safe. So we'll just tuck that back in there. I also forgot razors. Now normally I don't buy them here. Normally I buy them over there, but they're so much more expensive. I was looking online and it's perfectly fine to take them, so I'm going to save the money where I can. Alright, that's what's going in this bag. Now, tucked away in this little container, I have my travel alarm clock, and I always take this. It's St. Christopher for good luck. He's the saint of traveling. So couldn't hurt, right? The only other bag that I'm going to be taking besides my suitcase is my day bag. This is what I like to use. I don't like to use backpacks just because I'm always afraid someone's going to get in there. This is by PackSafe. You wear it over your shoulder, and it's got some awesome features to make sure that it's theft-proof. One of them is being slash-proof. They can't just come through and cut this. It's made of materials that would be nearly impossible to do. I also like because there's a little carabiner here to help make sure that this is secure. Now inside this bag, I've got all my technology that I didn't put in here. So I've got my Kindle, got my voice recorder. I make sure I keep my cards for my cameras in here because those are so important to me. I've got my big camera, my little camera, and then my video camera will also be in here. Now for my passport and money and everything, what I do is I secure a money belt in my bag. So it's actually secured to this. And I've got my passport and money and everything in here. I can later take this out and wear it itself if I want to. Two other things I really like to take on the flight, and I want to make sure they're easy to access, is a neck pillow. I like an inflatable one just because it takes up less space. I have a really hard time sleeping on a plane, so even just being able to rest my head is very helpful. And I've also realized that having an eye mask is very nice because the light really bothers me. So it's just nice to have that darkness. Even if I've just got my eyes closed, I feel like I'm resting. And so I will make sure that those go in there as well. So this is how the Liberated Traveler packs. I'm ready to go to Paris now. If you have any suggestions or other ideas, please feel free to share. Have a great trip.